there is another question that just came to me. One observation that came up is that it is funny that when you begin a job, you are far more freer and enjoying it, and when you are successful, you are enjoying it lesser in a very ironic kind of way. Uh, that's a separate observation. The question I have for you is, uh, if you are not successful, if you were to just create the scenario in your mind, because if I remember correctly, there was a time when you were doing two films, and one film did very well, one didn't do well at all, and both of them had good actors, and I think it was almost like the best thing that you could have asked for as a writer. When you were writing them, you had no clue what you were doing because you were focused on doing it. You've already described your process, and you were living. Uh, we don't even know right or wrong as of right now, but you were living the truth of your film one and film two at that point of time. And then one of them bombed very badly, and one of them did very well. Would you say that you put in more effort in the successful film, or was it not so? Or was it
No,
equal?
I would just say that uh, the film that didn't do well eventually taught me a lot. ये तो कि इतने करोड़ बना लिए इतना ये हो गया वो हो गया but then when failure for a writer in today's world for the screenwriter is very harsh. Okay, it's like I've seen people going in severe depression. I've seen people becoming super cynical. I've seen people crying. I've seen people, I mean, grown up individuals breaking down, going into a shell, almost becoming suicidal. Okay, because because of the social media and everyone wants to come across as they know films in and out. Even the average viewers, even the students, even the people who are just like viewers. So everyone is a reviewer out there. Okay, and the moment the film doesn't do well, okay, or the film isn't that great, and it comes out, and all they can target is the writer, okay, the writing of the film. So if you see, and also the commercial reviews, like all the big reviews. If you see big reviews of our country, okay, because they host stars on their channels and they can't say bad things about them. Okay, so they will not criticize actors because they want to invite them for interviews. Okay, so all big reviewers, all they will do is they will criticize the writing. Okay, so the moment the film doesn't do well, and that film, mind you, you have written for 1.5 year, 2 year. Okay, you were the first person who came up with the idea. Then you wrote it. Then you sold it. Then again you rewrote it for 5, 10, 15 times. Then finally it goes into post production. Then finally it releases. You have been there for with that idea for 2 years. It's your flesh, nuts, nut, everything. Okay, and when it doesn't do well, and everyone says bad things about you only. Okay, so there is general public, Tom, Dick, and everyone on YouTube, or everyone on Twitter, everyone on Facebook, every one who calls himself a reviewer, everyone who is paid to do reviews, everyone is saying bad things about you. And you feel as if you have committed a big sin, big crime. Okay, किसी का murder कर दिया हो ऐसा feeling तुम में आता है. मतलब once you go out of your house, you feel as if everyone is looking at you and telling, अरे ये गंदा film इसने लिखा. Okay, so that is very bad. Okay, that hurts people so much. I can't tell you because I have also been through it, and recently, and as we go along, as social media becomes more and more powerful, okay, that thing is more and more powerful. Okay, that hurt. Okay, it can. I'm telling you, very soon someone will commit a suicide because of that. Okay, and eventually the people who have committed suicide of film industry, somewhere this thing is also responsible for that,
So
because
I
the
have a very
stakes
interesting question here.
are so
So my question
ah,
would be, uh, if it is such an intrinsically passionate job that you are in, is it not even more important to save your mental health by keeping some kind of space and figuring out uh, something which is a relaxation space, a pause? I'll give you some examples which are not as obviously intense, but over a period, something that I try and do of late. Uh, I'm lucky to have some other responsibilities which are not directly connected to my profession, which are equally intense at times, uh, because of which I'm forced to take a break from my passion, irrespective of whether I like it or not. For example, in fact, around a year and a half back, I was serving my father who had Alzheimer's. So I had to go to the doctors, and there were various kind of doctors, allopaths, Ayurvedic doctors, and other kinds of treatments we were trying. Uh, at that point of time, I could not take a certain job and promise you a deadline. I had to have clients which were a little more flexible with the deadline bit. But what it taught me was that uh, I really enjoyed the job when I got it, because to me it was a break from the intense pressure of caring for my dad. There, the sign had reversed. In terms of otherwise, it was more about my writing. Even today, I feel the same fears, the same pangs. When a new job comes and I get paid, I am unsure how am I going to deliver. In fact, yesterday, day before, somebody kept insisting on an unreasonable deadline. I ended up saying, look, this is not a Xerox machine. You cannot be pressing a button and I can give you an idea. Sometimes it
Yeah.
takes time, sometimes it may happen. Thankfully, because of experience, you have certain uh, methodologies that help you do this faster. You can ease your mind a lot more easier. At least in my case, I'm quite easygoing about it. The percentage is what I have done is reverse in my case. Uh, I have completely sold out to the force that is giving the spark, and I keep distancing myself from the creation itself, because otherwise I'm unable to get that mindset of creating it. So I find there is a lot of space in my mind to have that crisscross connections that are required for the idea to generate itself. Uh, I have not done work as extensive as you on a single idea, because a film or a book is a longer period and has its own compulsions. So I will have to admit that I do not have those kind of compulsions in my job. It's more about, you can even be a flash in the pan for a couple of days and people think you are a genius. That can work in my industry, for me at least, at the level that I am operating. But still, as a methodology, I find that the more I let go of the concept that I have to crack it anyhow, I just break that part, not the delivery part. I know that the deadline is fixed sometimes when you picked up a job, and like in advertising, the deadline is fixed by the, even if it's a small boutique opening and everything has been done, and they realize, oh, they haven't got the pamphlets printed. So the last person who's called is me. Arey yaar, you can do it. What is the big deal about it? Yeah, just do it in overnight. Day after is my opening, or the invite has to go by tomorrow. So I don't have time. So what I have to do is I have to forget the fact that I don't know anything about that industry. I don't know anything about this. I just sit down and just give that space. Okay, if it has to happen, it will happen. Let's see what happens. And let's see what happens gives me a lot of, I think it just frees me in the temporary timing. Something that perhaps you could try if at all you're stuck in that job at some point. One little question that had come up which I forgot to ask was when I told you I have two questions. The second question was
No,
because
I mean, first, I would like to say about this thing. What you said is absolutely right. Okay, you need to do something else. Okay, you need to find uh, an, a different track to put your life on at the same time you are doing this, and that track, while you are there, okay, you should be able to tell yourself, okay, boss, the other thing that you are doing at the end of the day, all said and done, the passion and this and that, जितना भी आप अपने आप को महान बना लो, at the end of the day it's still a song or a film. Okay, उससे ये कोविड की वैक्सीन नहीं है जिससे आप 20 लाख लोगों को बचा लो.
oh,
Okay, it's just It's just a bloody film. It's a small thing. It will give pleasure to someone, will make someone feel something. That's it. Okay. और उसके बगैर दुनिया नहीं रुक जाएगी.
हाँ हाँ.
Okay, so and even if it doesn't work out, even if it is bad, okay, because the creative process in itself, there are no guarantees. You might end up creating something which is absolutely horrible. Okay, you thought it is great and this and that, but it didn't come together. Filmmaking is having a good film is almost like a miracle.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think 95% of the time you will fail. Okay, so I mean, it's okay. You failed, you failed. Okay, so there is no big deal about it. So the thing about the film industry is that it makes you believe that you are doing something great, and everyone around you is like full of themselves, and they all act as if they are doing something great. No, boss, you are not doing something great. You're not inventing a vaccine. You are not building a bridge. You are not running an economy or making a policy which will like help millions of farmers or anything like that. You're just making a piece of, I would not say entertainment, a piece of creation that will make someone feel something, but it might make them think, it might make them laugh, it might make them cry, it might make them intrigued, who killed this person. At the end of the day, you give some kind of a satisfaction to this thing. So it might do various things for various people. That's it. Okay, so that's what you need to keep on telling yourself and break down the idea of grandiose that is in your mind. So what you said is completely correct. I mean, I'm also looking for some other track where I can put myself
Okay.
and
One of the interesting things
ridicule the other thing that I'm doing.
what we have started doing, matlab, I have been lucky to have some friends who are meditator friends, but we've now picked up social initiatives. So now every fortnight we are trying to get together and feed about 100 people. We started
Yeah.
with choosing where, say, suppose it is me and you. So me and Niren like going somewhere, and we like this Frankie. So we went and initially we ordered with those guys, and then we realized that it has never come up to the standard that we want for some reason, maybe because there's profit involvement on the maker's side or whatever. But it was the idea was to feed really tasty food, and it never happened. So in the last couple of weeks, I think we've decided that we'll make it ourselves, and we have no clue how to make food. So four or five of us have got into somebody's flat who's been kind enough to give us his space, and he runs a catering business, so he doesn't mind the mess that we make. But he is also part of our group, and we've been cooking ourselves. So we are literally sitting and cutting cabbages and carrots and stuff like that. And one guy is a decent cook, reasonably decent cook. So we are cooking for 100 people. We've never cooked for even 10 people before this. And suddenly we've been lucky first time, second time, third time. But the joy of the fulfillment that we get from that once a fortnight thing that we've started, that our families are now getting interested. They say, give us work one night before, we'll help you with the cutting of this or that. So each one where we thought that our families will actually stop us, what is this nonsense that you started? Because it involves a lot of time and effort and attention. But we are all going crazy about it because it's so fulfilling. And it's got nothing to do with anything. We just make it and we just rush to distribute it to whoever we find on the road. So sometimes there are settlements, there are what we call banjaras. So there are those Banjara settlements, those guys who sell utensils and stuff like that. Anything, anywhere. So that has been one thing that has been working. I never connected it to what you just said, but now it's the first time it fell in place for me. Okay, that also is a very, and it has got nothing to do with me. So if I am not available that weekend, they are getting together and doing it, and I am dying to be part of it. Whoever is not part of it, so we are chatting and we are completely into it. So one of the things that you could try is perhaps something which is non-industry, non this, but requires equal amount of mind and body. That is one thing that I wanted to share. One question I
See,
have.
I'm very bad at those things. That's why I don't attempt it.
But even
If
I am
someone
not.
asks me
The
to do,
idea is more The idea was anyway to order for us also. We had the money and we felt that this was one thing that was very important to us. We love eating. So to give the same joy to others. And as you go along, you will find people. I think one of the things that is falling in place for me is even with the values workshop. Um, Most of the people have been known to me. Most of the guests who have been there are people who are connected to me. But sometimes they are absolutely not. Like I may know you, but you will say I have a friend. Why don't you? It could turn out to be a good question answer session, and I just pick it up. So I have no clue who you are except your first name, and I start. And in fact, and the reason why I don't introduce people by their full names or their professions or stuff like that is because I do not want to give it the importance of what is happening. If the content is good, if if you are relieving yourself of okay, this is my vulnerability and this is how I deal with it, I think it gives a lot of strength to everybody out there who's feeling the same pressure that you're feeling. Like I'm sure there are a lot of writers out there who will want to see this and they will say, okay, let's see what he says. There is obviously going to be a gem there. And suddenly you're talking about I'm fed up. And they're like, oh, even he feels it. So it's okay to feel it. That strength, somehow success seems to give you the golden halo around you that everything is all right. It's not. It never was. So I think
All
that is
right.
the beauty of what you've been saying so far. That it's okay. Success is one part of it, creation is one part of it, passion is one part of it. But there is life. And that is perhaps what is good living.